So welcome to Business Secrets of the Bible. I'm Bill Gross. And on this call and on this video, we're going to learn together how to use one of the greatest books of all time, certainly the most well-read, most popular book ever written, and how it's an inspiration and a blueprint for positive motivation and positive techniques and success in business. I'm Bill Gross. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm not a pastor, rabbi, teacher. I'm just a real estate broker, but I've used my path in learning the Bible, or as we Jews call it, the Torah, separately from the religious aspects, from the business motivation side. I saw one of my mentors in business, Sean Cannel, who is a proprietor at Think Media, teaches how to use YouTube for real estate agents and other businesses. And he did a class on tips that he found from the Bible he wanted to share. And I said, well, I feel like I know that material pretty well. And it's really touched my heart and helped me go forward. Now, this is not about making people religious. Really, it's not even spiritual, though that's an option one might want to pursue. I'm strictly saying from an education and motivation, the book has business tips that can teach us how to be more successful. And so my goal is every week to take a little bit and share it and make it participative. Hopefully you come in. One of my colleagues is a pastor, but his favorite football team is playing a national championship game tonight, so he won't be on. So hopefully he'll come on next week. So this week's quote or verse that we want to start with is from the book of Joshua, from chapter 1, starting with sentence 8. And in the English translation I have says, "But you must be very strong and resolute faithfully, all teaching my servant Moses enjoined upon you. Don't deviate from it, right or left. They may be successful wherever you go. Let not this book of teaching cease from your lips, but recite it day and night so that you may observe faithfully all that's written in it. Only then will you prosper in your undertakings. Only then will you be successful." And then it ends, "I charge you be strong and resolute. Don't be terrified or dismayed. For the Lord your God is with wherever you go." Now, again, if you're not religious, if you don't believe in God, think about what is happening here. Joshua is learning from his teacher, Moses. And so there's really a couple of things we have to have, three components we need for success that he's describing, separate from God, as if that's possible. One, Joshua has to have a teacher or a coach or a leader or a mentor. In my experience in business, everything I've ever done with any success, I had a coach, teacher, or mentor. Everything I did in my life, I had a marriage coach. We had a parenting coach. I have a swim coach. I have a coach on my YouTube. I have a coach on branding. I have a coach in networking. In every area of my life, I've had success. I've had somebody that I looked up to, number one. Number two, that person had a system, a series of procedures, a book. And so what Josh was telling us is, when your coach tells you what to do what they tell you to do. Don't vary left or right. If you're going to follow the coach, follow the coach. And so that's true in sports. That's true in business. That's true in any endeavor in life. When you go to somebody and they give you advice that you respect, if you respect them, you do what they tell you to do without interpreting it on your own. As a real estate coach, I often have realtors who call me up for advice and then tell me why I'm wrong. And I'll say to them, I'm not paying you to be coached by me. You're paying me to coach you. You need to either listen to it or not pay me. And so it's important that we listen to our coach. The third is that in any endeavor I've had success in, or I've seen anybody else be successful in, they had a system, they had a process. And we have to learn to follow that system and that process. And so what are we learning from Joshua? Joshua was the number one student of Moses. Moses was the man who walked and spoke with God and taught the Jewish people, but his right hand was Joshua. So Joshua telling us three keys to success in business. Number one, have a coach. Number two, do what the coach says. Number three, trust the process. The most famous, successful coach in football today is Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots. And the one thing you hear his former players and current players say all the time is they trust the process. That's the key to success, especially in a team environment, is everybody's on the same page. So that's our short message for today from Joshua 1, 7, 8. If you have a favorite verse of the Bible or Torah you'd like to share, put it in the comments down below. If you have some ideas or suggestions on how we should make this program grow or be more successful, I'd love to hear from you. But our goal is to do this weekly on Mondays at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll record it and put it on our YouTube channel. And I hope you find it motivational and spiritual and educational. If I can help in any way, I'm Bill Gross on social media at Bill Gross EXP. And as always, make today your best day ever. Thanks so much.